Okay, guys, welcome back. So I just wanted to provide a market update video for you guys. It is Tuesday, November 25th, 5 o'clock. So we're going to get right into it here. First things first, I want you guys to understand that these orange levels right here that I have plotted out, these are all daily support levels. So their support, their resistance on the daily time frame, as you can see up here, it says 1 day. So right now, we're getting rejected off of the 59K level approximately, and we got supported a few days ago off the 55.4K level. So that's always good news. There is a potential trade that we could possibly do. We'll get more into that in a little bit here. But on the daily time frame, you can see, so we got rejected right here as of right now. So we have 23 hours still left in this daily candle. We are producing lower highs right here, as you guys can see. So everything is getting lower, which means that's actually kind of a bullish thing, because when everything's getting lower, it's going to have to break that downward sloping trend line, at least at some point, which you will get a break, providing you have volume. So another thing you can look for on the daily time frame is if you have Market Cipher B. I'll put a link to that down below if you guys want that. It's $600 a month or $1,500 lifetime. It's very valuable. It's helpful. We use it all the time. It helps with trades. It shows anything from money flow to momentum, RSIs. It shows it all on one indicator. So Market Cipher is very helpful. Link down below. But so yeah, you can see we got the green dot here. It is printed. The VWAP did cross up. Money flow is starting to slowly increase. We do want to see a jump above, like I said, the 59K level. And a possible trade we're going to get into here, if this can happen, would be very, very good. So let's scroll back here, and you can see I'm going to take these off here real quick. Right there. Okay, so you can see that there's not much movement over the past, 5-6 days, a week. So if what we can do is we can go from the bottom here with the Fibonacci tool. So you go from the bottom all the way up to the top. So you can see that right now we actually did close above the 382 level. However, if we delete that and we pulled these support and resistance levels back, you can see, so from our high to our low, that's more than likely our low. We hit it 2-3 times. So if we use the Fibonacci tool to go from the highest point, which is 69,000, all the way down to this lowest point right here, look at what you guys see. We can see that there's major confluence at the 63 to 64K levels right here. So if we can go up like this, say we get above this, kind of sit back, and then we go up, and if we can retest this general area, we could actually put in a possible short depending on what the market's actually looking like. And that short would actually be a short position, and we'll just go from in between the two of these. So our stop loss, which is the red part here, would be above this level right here, because that's the previous high. And then our actual take profit, to be conservative, would be down here for the retest. So you're risking 4.5% to gain 7.5% approximately. And you guys can always take this as, with a grain of salt and do it your way. But this level right here, this confluence between $63,000 and $64,000 is very, very strong. So we're going to have to break above that with volume. If there's no volume come in, I can almost guarantee we're going to get rejected off of that and break to the downside a little bit more as a pullback. Okay, guys, getting into the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin. As you guys can see, we are in a downtrend. We're lower highs, lower lows. However, we are right now seeing a pattern play out of a double bottom. So you have a bottom here and you have a bottom here, which is a bullish pattern. I'm going to tell you guys that right now, with a neckline of approximately 59.8 thousand, which also lines up, like on the daily chart, with the resistance that we're bouncing off of right now. It's pretty close. So This is a very important level. If we can break above this with volume, we could see something like this play out where it breaks above it with volume, comes back, retests it right here before shooting to the upside. I'm going to show you guys this target here. The target is approximately going to be from the top down to the bottom, and you place it up here. So the technical target of this would be 64,200 approximately, which at that point you could place a long position right there. Your stop loss would be somewhere 3%, and your target would be up here at 7%. So that would be the trade that it would look like. Very, very possible for this to happen. And at that point, that would also be hitting our Fibonacci on the daily time frame. I know this is a 4-hour chart, but you can still kind of do it, which lines up perfectly with that golden pocket at the peak of this. And we have the daily level of support and resistance up there as well, right at that orange line there. So tons of confluence coming in here, which I love to see confluence. It just makes it more strong, and it pretty much tells you what the market's going to do. Obviously, you have to take it with a grain of salt, like I said earlier, and pay attention to that. But that's on the 4-hour chart. And as you guys can see on the money flow and Market Cipher B indicator, you can see that momentum is starting to curve up. You have the money flow right here, about to switch to green. That's it for the 4-hour chart, guys. Everything is looking fairly bullish. Like I said, if we can break this 59K level, tons of upside potential on here. Possible long position all the way up, and then a possible short position on the way down. Okay, we're gonna go into the 1-hour chart now. As you guys can see, it did pump a little bit on the 1-hour chart. There is this sort of trend line right here. It's not that significant. Obviously, it's the 1-hour chart. However, as you guys can see, we do have the trend line of this on the 1-hour chart, which is similar to the neckline of the 4-hour chart, except the neckline is a straight line versus a downward sloping line. So all this shows you is that we touched it here, rejected, touched here, rejected, and now we're going up for a third touch, which at this point we have got rejected off of so far. Money flow is coming up money flow cross green here. Momentum's coming up. Everything's looking pretty good. We do have a red dot, which might play out a little bit. We might come down something like so, and then possibly break above it, retest it, go higher. That's the 1-hour chart for Bitcoin. There's not much going on in the 1-hour. As you can see, you can still see the double bottom here on the 1-hour chart. It's just easier to chart on the 4-hour. There's less candles, more significance. So that's what we're going to be watching for on Bitcoin over the next, day, 2 days, 3 days, and seeing how the daily plays out. If we can break above the 58K level, 59K level of resistance, if we can break above that with volume, obviously the odds are looking good for upwards potential on all these time frames. So now we're going to jump into Ethereum, but first I want to show you guys, first things first, before jumping in Ethereum, I want you guys to consider getting TradingView. Obviously, I'm not going to give you guys a link. I'm not going to make any money off of this, but they are having a Black Friday sale, 60% off plus a month free. It's going on for 1 day and 6 hours, 7 hours. And TradingView, all it is if you guys are on the free membership, you can only have a certain amount of indicators and a certain amount of charts saved. So if you're one of those people who is very serious and engaging into crypto right now, I do suggest using some of these coupon codes that they do have. So premium is $600 a year. This is what I have. I don't think you guys need this. But if you were to go to the pro version, you get 5 indicators per chart, 2 charts in the window, 20 server-side alerts. So you can set up to 20 alerts, which on the free version, I think you can only set 2 or 3, I believe. And it's only $155 US per year. Obviously, you can go down to the monthly, and it's only $15 a month. So consider getting at least the pro version. And yeah, so let's jump into Ethereum right now. So with Ethereum, guys, Ethereum is pretty similar to Bitcoin. It's just massively ahead of it. So Ethereum's leading between Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. So on the daily chart, you can see that we had a bounce off of this support. Let me pull this up here. So same thing with Bitcoin. You can see these are the daily support and resistance levels. So we got rejected off of here, which is 48.29. We got rejected, which is all-time high, came down. Now, when we came down, we actually bounced off of this previous high's resistance, which we turned into support right here, came back, retested it. Let me just zoom in here so you guys can see this. So this support right here, or this resistance right here, sorry, we got rejected off that, came back up, broke above it, came back down, retested it, came up, got rejected again, retested it again, which confirmed it twice that it was a good support level before breaking higher. And now we just came back and retested this level right here again. We bounced off of that, and then we broke instantly back above the $4,200 level approximately. So what we can see here, guys, is we bounced. We're above where we were the last point in time, so we are having higher lows. If we go kind of like so with the Fibonacci retracement, with the Fibonacci, you have the low and then you have the high, and as you can see, there's another confluence around this level where we got supported with the 382, as you can see right here. It's a 382 level on the Fibonacci zone. So we got support off of that. We got support off of the daily level. And there's tons of confluence here, which is very good. I speak highly of confluence. If you have no confluence, stuff's bound not to go your way if you just have the one indication of it going down or going up. The more of the confluence, the better off you are going to be in the trade itself. So now we're going to go down to the 4 hour on Ethereum here. So I'm going to take this stuff off, and then we'll delete the fib. So what we can see here, guys, is something very important happened overnight last night. You can see that we had this resistance level right here. So it was support here, support here, support here, broke above it, or broke below it, sorry, with volume. As you can see, this huge red candle. And we came back, retested it, got rejected, retested it, got rejected, came back up again, retested it, got rejected, and then the fourth time we actually did break above it, which is super good news. We are going to be coming down here pretty soon from the looks of things. Just as a little tiny pullback, we are about to print a red dot. However, the money flow is crossing green, and the momentum is actually coming up kind of like so. Very good news. That's what we like to see. Pullbacks are healthy, guys. It's not going to be straight up all the time. Sometimes you're going to get nervous in some of the trades, but if you know you're right, or you're following what I'm doing, you're doing all the technical analysis behind it, then you can have that confidence that your trade is actually going to play out in your favor. But I want you guys to take a look at this as well. So as you can see, we had these 2 points right here, and now we're putting a point right here. So what this is going to do is going to pretty much connect the dots. So you have a high, a lower high right here, and now we also have another lower high. We need to break this resistance line to see further upside. That's going to come with volume, and as you guys can see, the volume is slowly starting to decrease here, which does mean that a spike is bound to happen. And when that spike happens, hopefully we can break above this trend line here, and hopefully it's not back down to this level. Even down to this level wouldn't be too bad. It's only $200 drop, very little percentage. I think that's probably about 3-4%. So not too much to be worried about here. We do need to break this on the 4 hour chart though. And now going down to the 1 hour, as you guys can see, there's not much going on in the 1 hour, just like Bitcoin. It's mostly the higher time frames that are producing these trades and potential trades. So money flow is green. As you can see, it crossed right here. Let me just drag this up here. Money flow crossed to the green right here, slowly increasing as well. VWAP, which is a yellow portion down here, it is starting to curve down. We do want to see this VWAP kind of start to curve up, and we do want to see a green dot somewhere in this area to prevent this pullback from coming down and retesting approximately down here somewhere. momentum still on this time frame is coming up, which is exactly what we like to see. It's pretty steady going up. All the green dots aren't in a line, but 3 of the 4 of them are. So more money, more momentum is coming into this, which is exactly what we want to see. And also, guys, you can see that if I bring this down, you can see we do have some sort of support line here. I believe it's from here to here. Yeah. So we do have a support line coming down to here, which on this green dot, or the red dot here, that's why we want to see a green dot somewhere in this area, is because hopefully we can kind of come down and then go back up. But if we don't print this green dot and it starts to continue to come down, then that would mean we would come something like so and hit this trend line again, which would test the support level of that, which also in confluence, again, guys, is this level of resistance and support right here. As you can see, we broke above it, and now a back test of this would be fine. So that's what I'm looking for on the 1 hour chart on Ethereum, guys. Once again, TradingView does have a discount of 60% off right now. You do have to pay yearly for that, I do believe. And everything right now is going good. In the live stream for Platinum members tonight, we're going to talk about some of this staking. This is something we're going to get into. We're going to go over on the live stream. It is risky, but if you guys can make the live stream, please do so. Make sure you guys subscribe, turn the notifications on so you guys don't miss these uploads. It will be posted in the Discord as well, but it's just easier if I don't have to send out the link as much, and you guys just know and get the notification on your phone when we do upload these videos. Remember, guys, in 3.5 hours, live stream on Discord. It'll also be on Instagram. We'll make a post on there, and we will see you guys then. I'll talk to you guys soon.